welcome to another video. So today's video, it's still with the theme of 369, and I've decided to call the next few videos that I want to do a little mini series called the Aristocratic Games. Aristocratic Games. I don't know how aristocratic they all are, but the first game that I want to talk about today is a game that's now become a very common game in bars and pubs everywhere, and that's the good old game of darts. Once we know the principle of the 369, I mean, we just start to see it everywhere. I mean, talking of the principle of 369, it's worth pointing out before I go into the darts story that, you know, in the beginning there was the zero, was the circuit of energy circulating, and then that energy turned in upon itself and became the 9. Then the 9 split into thirds and 2/3 to become the 3 and the 6. And then the 3 split into thirds and 2/3 to become the 1 and the 2. And the 6 stayed consistent. And then out of the 1, 2 and 6 we get all the other numbers, which are 4, 5, 7 and 8. So it's kind of like a generation thing. This is 0 generation, this is the first generation, second, third, fourth generation. So 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers in each generation. So that's just something to mention in terms of how everything, whatever the numbers, whenever we're dealing with numbers, I mean, ultimately we can always work it back to the 9, the 369, the 9 and the 0. Particularly we do that when we look at the numerological idea of looking at root numbers. So with that in mind, let's come back to the dartboard. So basic principles, I mean, first of all, the dartboard is circular, it is round. So 360 degrees of the dartboard. Right there you've got the 3, the 6 and the 0. 3 and the 6 added together is the 9. You've got the 369 just in the form of what we're doing. So that is of interest. The next thing to note is that when we play darts, each player gets 3 darts. 1, 2, 3. 3 darts. The maximum, the best possible outcome from throwing 1 dart is to land it in the triple 20. The triple 20 gives me 60 points. So 60 points from a triple 20. So obviously that has a root number of 6. Now, if I get the maximum at each time, then I get 3 darts in the triple 20, which gives me 3 times triple 20, which equals 180, which gives me the root number of 9. 1 plus 8 plus 0, if you like, equals 9. So already we can see that there's a little bit of a link there with the 3 and the 6 and the 9. But also, looking around the dartboard, we also see that it's split up into 20 segments. So there's 20 scoring zones, if you like, as the numbers run from 1 to 20. So at first I was a little bit like, 20? Where's the relevance there? But of course, that was because I'd missed the bullseye, the central circle, which is the 21st scoring zone. So 21 scoring zones, 21, we'll just put zones, which gives us a root number of 3 as well. Also, it's worth mentioning that if I was being more precise, there's a single 20 zone, which is the blue area on the 20. There's a double 20 zone and there's a triple 20 zone. So each zone has actually got 3 segments in it, 3 scoring zones within each zone. So there's 3 scoring zones and 20 zones, so there's 3 scoring zones in each of the 20 segments, which actually gives us 60 scoring zones in total. Of course, if we add in the middle two, then that would give us a number of 62, which in terms of the 369 concept is not very satisfactory. However, if you allow me to go a little bit out of the box, we would have to include the outer rim, because on a normal dartboard, this is just a kid's dartboard, pinched it from my son this morning, you know, the darts still stick in the outer rim here and often go there when the players are shooting for doubles. They often go into the outer part. So this is kind of the universal backdrop from which everything comes out of, and I'm going to call this the 63rd zone, and then obviously that is fitting in much better, +1, which equals 63, and that's the outer rim. So 63 zones on the board in total if we include the outer rim. Okay, that's a little bit pushing the limits as to whether or not it's in the 369. Here, just a quick example is if I've got a single of any one number, a double of any one number, and a triple of any one number, then I get 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I can get 6 by scoring 1 in each zone of each number. I get a multiple of 6. In fact, that would be 20 times 6, which is 120 in this instance. But if I did that on any number around the board, it's still the same. So they're always going to be a multiple of 6. So I thought that was marginally interesting. The other thing that I thought was interesting was that if I shot a bullseye and an outer bull, but the inner bullseye is worth 50 points, and then you got the outer bullseye which is worth 25 points. Add them together, you get 75, which is a 12. The reduction of that is a 3. So the middle bullseye also gives back a 3. And then what I was saying is, if we were to calculate one of each for the other numbers, it would always come out as a multiple of 6. So for now, let's get rid of that. And what is the aim of the game of darts? The aim of the game of darts is to score 501 points before your partner does, before your opponent does, and ending on a double. So 501 points, root number of 501 is 6. The fastest possible way of scoring 501 points is with 9 darts. So 3 goes, 3 times you come up to the hockey as they call it, I think, and you can shoot 3 sets of darts, so 9 darts to get this. How's that generally done? We'll have a little look at that. Normally, let's get rid of that. So normally the way to do a 9 dart finish is triple 20 times 3 on your first dart. On your first set of darts, triple 20 times 3 with your second 3 darts, and this equals 180 for each one, which obviously has root number 9 and root number 9. And when you add these together, that would be 360 in total, which leaves us with 141, which also has a root number of 6. So 699. How do we score the 141? But there's many ways. In fact, you can also drop off to other numbers other than the 20s and leave yourself with a different number to 141. So I think it mounts into a couple of thousand possible ways of getting 501 in 9 darts. But the most common way to see it is this way, and then the way of scoring the 141 most commonly is treble 20, treble 19, which leaves you with double 12. And so that is 60 points 57 points and 24 points. So root numbers of 6, 3 and 6 again there. Okay, let's just have a look at one or two other possible ways of getting the 141. But that way there that I've just showed you there is the way that, you know, I think 9 out of 10 9-dart finishes are achieved. So another way is treble 20, treble 15, which leaves you with double 18, so 60, 45 and 36. So root numbers 6, 9 and 9 there. And you can do it with treble 17, treble 18, double 18. This is treble 17, 51. Treble 18 is 54. So again, 6, 9, 9. So there's many different ways, but a lot of the 9-dart finishes are looking like this. They're looking very 3-6-9-ish. So let's get rid of all that for now. We're almost there with darts, but when I added up the bullseye, which was the 50 and the 25, and I got the composite number of the 75, it made me interested, and I thought, so what would it be like if I counted up all the number zones possible? So I counted up all the single scoring zone areas, so that's basically adding 1 to 20, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and so on. And when I did that, you get a total of 210. So the next zones that I added up was the doubles, so that gives you 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is the 1 times table, adding up compound. Then it's the 2 times table, 2, 4, 6, 8, all the way up to 40, 2 times 20. When you add that up, you get 420. I mean, we can see that it's just a double of the singles. And then the last scoring zone is the trebles. So 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15 all the way up to 60. And when that's added together, we get 630. So root numbers 3, 6, 9. And also people who are tuned into powers of 9, the 63 is a very significant form of the 9, and this is the great heart knot. If we add all those up together, 0, 0, 0, this gives us a 6 and this gives us a 12, so 1260. Also, people tuned into powers of 9 know that this form, the 126, is a really significant form of the breakdown of 9 into 3. We saw it before when I said that the first generation was the 9, then it was the 6 and the 3, and then it was the 126 as the 3 breaks down into thirds and 2/3. But even the formula of the 126 is really significant. This obviously also has the root number of 9. If I'm being genuinely strict about it, I also would have to add in 75 because there's the scoring zones in the bullseye there. So if we do add 75 to that, we get 1,335. This has a root number of 3. So 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 is 15. No, it's not. Is 12, which is a root number of 3. Okay, so that's darts. But whilst I was adding up these numbers to get the totals for each zone, I also saw a really interesting pattern, and I thought I'd like to introduce that pattern to you as well. So in some way, I've already done it for the 1, 2 and 3 times table there, although I haven't shown the full system. But either way, we'll start with the 4 times table. And so let's have a look. We'll start with 0, because 0 is still part of the story. 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. That'll do in terms of sequences for now. So what we're doing is adding up in a compound way. So 0 to 4 gives us 4. Imagine if we were playing darts, if we hit the 4 and then we hit the 8, then we've got 12 points. So the 4 plus the 8. Let's do this in a different colour so we can see the difference. So 4 there. 4 plus the 8 gives 12. So once we've hit the 8, we've got 12 points. Add on another 12 of score, then we get 24 points. Add in the 16, we get 40 points. Add in the 20, we got 60 points. Add on the 24, we've got 84 points. Add on the 28, we've got 112. Add on the 32, we've got 144. Add on the 36, we've got 180. Okay. So now we're going to look at the root numbers here. So root number of 4 is 4. Root number of 12 is 3. Root number of 24 is 6. 4, 6, 3, 4, 9, 9. So there we get the pattern. 4, 3, 6, 4, 6, 3, 4, 9, 9. And if we were to add on, the next number in the sequence would be 40. If we were to add 40 to 180, that would give us 220. 220 root number is 4. If we were to add 44 onto this, that would give us 264. 264, 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 4 is 12, root number is 3. And I can tell you that the sequence just continues infinitely. 4, 3, 6, 4, 6, 3, 4, 9, 9. So that's the 4 times table. So just to bear in mind the switching here, there's 4 and then it's followed by a 3 and a 6, and there's 4 followed by a 6 and a 3, and then there's a 4 followed by 2 9s. So let's take another times table. Let's get rid of all that then. Let's go with the, I've got some written down on paper already so I can look at. Let's go with the 7 times table. So 0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56 and 63. So once again, 0 to 7 gives us 7 points. If we add on the 14, 21 points. Add on the 21, 42. The 28, 70. The 35, 105. The 42, 147. The 49 goes 196. Now I'm using my paper. 252 and 315. Okay, root numbers. Let's do the root numbers. 7, 3, 6, 7, 6, 3, 7, 9, 9. So it's the same again. It's 7, 3, 6, 7, 6, 3, 7, 9, 9. So the last time it was 4, 3, 6, 4, 6, 3, 4, 9, 9 because we were dealing with the 4 times table. Now we're dealing with the 7 times table. It's 7, 3, 6. Now sometimes on some times tables this will be the 6 and that will be the 3 and that will be the 3 and that will be the 6. these two always rotate, switch positions, and at the end it's always followed by the 9. I can tell you that the next one in the sequence, I've got it here, is adding on 70 to this, which is 385, and the root number 385 is another 7, and then it just continues infinitely. So the same is true for all root numbers. This exchange of the 3 and the 6 also reminds me, in the magic square, I've got a fixed 9, 3, 6 triangle, and therefore the numbers, we counted them in this sequence to accommodate the switching of the 3 and the 6, first this way round and then that way round, because in the reality is that this triangle is also spinning, and the 3 and the 6 are always changing positions, in fact. So that switch of the 3 and the 6 is mirrored here as well. However, as you can imagine, if we did this for the 9 times table, however, the results will simply be on the root number line 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, because 9, 0 to 9 is 9, 0 to, with adding in the 18 you get 27. You're always going to get a multiple of 9, and all multiples of 9 have a root number of 9. They always break down to 9. So that's one exception where the pattern changes. If we do the 9 times table, there's 2 other exceptions, and that's the 3 times table and the 6 times table. So let's have a look at them. We'll do the 6 times table. So 0, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. So let's do the maths here. 0 to 6 gives you 6 points. Add in the 12, goes up to 18. Add in the 18, 36. Add in the 24, goes 60. Add on the 30, gives us 90. Add in the 36, gives us 126. Add on the 42, gives us 168. Add in the 48, gives us 216. Add on the 54, gives us 270. Add on the 60, we've got 330. Let's have a look at the root numbers. 6, 9, 9, 6, 9, 9, 6, 9, 9, 6. Here we're already starting we've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've already got the sequence of 9, and there we're starting the next sequence. So, and I can also tell you that if we did the 3 times table, we'll do some of it quickly. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay, that'll do, just to see the pattern. So 3 here, 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 plus 12 is 30, 30 plus 15 is 45, 45 plus 18 is 63, 63 plus 21 is 84, 84 plus 24 is 108. So root numbers 399, 399, you get the pattern 399, end of the 9 sequence 399, and so on and so forth. So these are the 2 exceptions, and all the other times tables, it'll be, if it's the 5 times tables, it'll be 5 and I think this one has the 6 first. 5, 6, 3, 5, 3, 6, 5, 9, 9, and so on and so forth. So it was just a very interesting sequence which showed how the 369 is embedded kind of in all the mathematic systems. So there you go. There was our game of darts. The round 360-degree circle, played with 3 darts. Maximum for 1 dart is your 60. Maximum at one go is 180, which is your 9. You need to score 501 points before your opponent. 501 is 6. And the fastest way to do that is in a 9 dart finish. So you can be the judge as to whether this has really got the 369 embedded in it, or whether it's just pure coincidence. And that gives food for thought. Who created the game? Why was the game created? And food in thought in general. So that's the video. Thanks for watching.